All right, so just a heads up for everyone, just a reminder, I do record the meeting, so people, if they can't make it, they have an opportunity to review the up for updates. So we'll go ahead and get started. Gloria, you can take us away.
Meeting in progress.
Gloria, you're on mute, Gloria. Should be the microphone at the bottom left. If it's red, you can click on that.
Now I see it. Okay.
There you are. Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming out. Like Gemma said, we have a lot to cover this afternoon, so I'm going to be very brief. Gemma, Aaron, do we have any deceased members?
Jim, I don't think we have anyone to report this month, thankfully.
Okay, we don't have anyone. Okay, moving forward, Donetta, for your hello. Donetta?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, just want to say welcome to everyone and happy June, first of the month. Look forward to seeing everybody. I'm still in Georgia and it's hot, but I'm making my way up to New York this month, so hope to see everybody. And those that made it through the virus, we appreciate it. And our cooperation was still the social distancing and the mask. I'm still doing it here in Georgia. Anyway, be safe and I'll see you all soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for signing in, Donette. So now is Aaron, is Greg ready, or?
I don't think Greg's not going to make it. He just messaged it. He was trying today, but
Okay, so he's not going to make it. Okay, so Aaron,
yeah,
you're up.
myself and Pocky, we'll get to it.
Okay. All
Did I
right,
start?
you're on. You're
Okay.
on.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm Aaron Rooney. I'm the clinical director. I oversee the Aging Services Senior Center. Lots of questions coming in. I'll start by saying Happy Pride Month. It's June. Summer's here. Happy summer. A lot to be optimistic and look forward to. So hopefully I can add to that excitement a bit. I hope I have some news, at least some tentative news. So let's start off with the big question about reopening and what the center looks like this summer. So we found out, as you all did, with a news alert yesterday from the mayor, that senior centers would be reopening, and that was happening, that he was giving the permission for that to happen right away. So, or at least outside right away, and in a couple of weeks indoors. So put that in a little context, we have, we wait for guidelines from the city. We have a lot of city contracts. We're, a city-funded organization, so we can't do anything, without certain guidance and permissions. And the other side of that is we have to do things once we get that guidance and permissions that are safe for us and make sense within the context of our individual program. There's over 250, I think, senior centers in the city that he was speaking of. So everyone will be a little bit different. And what happens will look a little different. That said, I'm very excited and pleased to announce that we'll be starting some outdoor stuff soon. As early as Monday, you'll be able to pick up grab-and-go meals outside. That means that we'll be cooking in our kitchen. Crystal and the team will be preparing meals again, meals we all miss. And you'll be able to come between 11:30 and 12:30 and pick those up. The details of that will go out in an email, and we'll also do a robocall to everybody to make sure that you're aware of that. And we anticipate that starting on Monday. So I'm pleased to announce that. But as this is all happening in sort of real time, wait before you come on Monday, wait for that, that information to come by email and phone. Okay, so that's the first exciting thing that's happening. And it is significant because it is the first time that we've been able to really let you all come back to the space to receive a service, not virtually. So we're really excited about it. And then we are looking to start some outdoor activities. So Again, I don't have a specific date yet, but in the next couple of weeks, we will have outdoor exercise groups, programs that we can all sort of gather outside, do some Zumba, maybe dance around a little bit and, get moving, get our muscles back. And we'll look forward to that. That'll hopefully happen in the courtyard. So there are some things we have to do with NYCHA, and we have to, figure out if we have the people to lead the groups, they're willing to come back, and all that sort of details. But what we'll do is we'll continue to send out a daily calendar. There are certain things we may ask you to sign up for in advance, depending on if there are things that involve space, other things that should be open. So that'll happen in email. We'll also have printed out schedules and calendars of events and things that we can hand to you when you come to get Grab and Go. So that's as sort of specific as I can be about it right now. Is we're literally have known that this was possible for 24 hours, and some details less than that. So bear with us. And I think with the news reports and stuff happening, and there are some dates attached to that. I just want to make sure that everyone understands that it is a process for us. We want to make sure the space is clean and safe and prepared. We want to make sure that we have enough space for things that have to be distanced, make sure that we have enough masks and PPE for you to use. You will have to wear masks to participate in these things. And that we just have that enough information and everything is truly ready. I don't want to put any sort of timeline on indoor activities, though it is something we're also prepping for and working out where in the space that could happen. A lot of new stuff has happened over the last year. We now do a big food pantry distribution, which many of you received. We send out 185 packages of food pantry a month, plus a weekly food pantry of 40 additional. So that's all, being done out of the space, and Meals on Wheels has tripled in size over the last year. So there's some things we're going to have to work out, to make sure that everybody can be gathered in safe distance and everything. So I don't mean to put all those caveats on that, but it is exciting where it is happening. We are taking real steps and really getting things on the calendar to gather once again. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. So I will certainly take questions about that, but let's wait until the end because Gemma has a report and she's going to talk about various angles of this. So you might get your questions answered or through Pocky's report. And then if you still have questions, we'll certainly have time to try to answer them. One thing you could do is you could, if you want to share here or in an email or something, tell us the kinds of things you would like to see put back on the schedule or things you might like to do outside. And if you'd be interested in leading any groups or programs, and that could be something that's setting up tables outside or doing exercise or something. All ideas are on the table. So we'd love to hear from you about that. Okay, so pivoting a little bit, I want to do a quick shout out to Wen for the gardening. When you get here next week, if you see right by the steps there where the old tree was, some beautiful plants and greenery and flowers and just looking wonderful. And I see her, I'm in my office now, I see her out the window working on the garden. So she's been working all spring to make it look nice out there. So I want to just say thank you to Wen for that. And please take notice when you get here. And then I'll pivot for a second about pantry and food options going forward. So there's no indication that Get Food program is sort of ending at any time, though we don't know what that looks like for the long term. But that I'm sure is still an option for now. The Grab and Go, hopefully if you're getting that Get Food and it's not living up to expectations, as we know it hasn't been for many of you, being able to pick up your meals, we'll probably do Monday through Thursday. And potentially a double meal on Friday or for Thursday for Friday and the weekend. All that will come out in the details in the email, but hopefully that will help with getting enough to eat and getting nutritious food in your menu and options. And then we do have food pantry still, and that's not going anywhere. So if you are interested in receiving a package, for now that will all be delivery still. We have a team of community engagement workers that are out delivering those packages. Alberto has been helping lead the charge on that, and he's done a great job. So there's some different options for getting food pantry. And by food pantry, I mean shelf stable stuff. So canned food, pastas, rice, cereals, juice, sort of shelf stable grocery items to help supplement your grocery shopping and making sure that nobody runs low throughout the month. So please talk to us, talk to me, Gemma, Alberto. We can all give you the details and point you in the right direction. Okay, Gloria, I think I'll pause there. And then maybe we can move on, and again, write your questions down or put them in the chat. That would be really good, and then we'll address them in the end.
Okay, you're not going to talk about the banner now? Okay.
Oh, I could. I mean, well, let's.
I have Marin on, so
Yeah,
she'll
you
give a yeah.
You have who on?
Yeah. Gemma and Marin are gonna.
Hi, Gloria. Hi, Gloria. It's Marin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I was saving you all the pain of watching me eat my late lunch, which is always an apple, which is not a nice thing to watch somebody eat. So I had my video off.
We'll come back to you, Marin, because I think I'm gonna go through all the programs, so I'll give you time to
Okay,
talk
great.
about Pride.
I'm here. All right.
Awesome.
Very-
Dr. Apple. Dr.
Yeah,
Apple, we'll come back.
more to come on Pride. Yes.
Okay, Gemma, you're ready with your updates?
We actually have Gloria first.
Okay, Gloria, well, okay.
Hi, Gloria King. Hi. Hi, I'm Gloria Gong, clinical manager, oversees the social worker team. So nice to see everyone here. And I have two exciting announcements. So first of all, let's welcome Michelle Lorenzo, our Spanish-speaking and English-speaking social worker, join our social worker team this May. So hi, Michelle, can you introduce yourself?
Can everyone hear
Michelle.
me? Hello.
Yes, I'm there.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I am very excited to begin my journey here, and I look forward meeting everyone someday.
Okay, we look forward to meeting you too, but in the meantime, welcome.
Thank you.
And all the best to
Welcome.
you.
Yeah. And another announcement is, as I mentioned earlier, about our behavioral activation program, providing the counseling services for seniors who suffer from depression. And let's welcome Carly Lawrence and Isabel Rolandi from Cornell to talk about their program and also information session on Thursday tomorrow. Let's welcome Carly and Isabel.
Okay,
Hi, everyone.
hi.
Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. I'm just going to share my screen for a very brief little presentation right here. All right. And we're going to put it. All right. Hopefully we should be seeing it now, I think.
I think everyone sees it now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. We're not going to take much of your time. Carly's going to present to all of you our program we're very excited about. Go ahead, Carly.
Thank you, Isabel. So as Gloria mentioned, our program is called Do More, Feel Better. And it is a community-based program about against depression. But before we get into the program itself, oh no, why isn't it? Okay, we're going there. Before we get into the program itself, let's talk a little bit about what is depression. So depression is a medical illness when low mood or sadness persists or interferes with everyday life. It may be depression. Depression can last months or even years if not treated. So what causes depression? Depression has multiple causes, including biological, psychological, social, and medical factors. However, depression is not a normal part of aging, and it is not the usual response to loss or the physical ailments of growing old. So why is it important to do more pleasurable activities? So I think we've all been in this kind of phase where we're feeling, maybe low energy, low mood, and then we're less likely to do the kinds of things that we enjoy. And so it kind of continues this cycle of we're doing less and then we feel worse. However, if we're engaging in activities that we really enjoy, then we derive pleasure from that. So this is kind of the main goal of Do More Feel Better, is that we want you to engage in more pleasurable activities to break this cycle and to feel better. So for instance, these kind of activities could be, let's say, during the pandemic, you weren't able to go see your friend and have coffee with them every Thursday. So within Do More Feel Better, we would try to help you break down a way for you to engage in an activity like that. We might suggest, we want you to call your friend on Thursdays and, sip your coffee at your kitchen counter and be on the phone and enjoy that. Or it could be, helping you engage in crossword puzzles. It's really just individual preference, what, gives you pleasure and how can we help you kind of engage in those activities. So what is Do More Feel Better? So Do More Feel Better is a 9-week-long program that aims to help depressed individuals recover from depression with behavioral activation therapy. And behavioral activation therapy is, again, just, trying to break this vicious cycle of doing less, feeling worse, and tries to kind of prevent this cycle with engaging in pleasurable activities, because we know that when we engage in pleasurable activities, it improves our perspective, mood, energy, and overall quality of life. So what does this look like over the 9 weeks? So you would meet individually 30 to 45 minutes where you will learn to set daily goals to engage in pleasurable and rewarding activities. So our program is based at the Senior Center, where clinical social workers and peer coaches are trained to deliver the Do More Feel Better therapy, and clients who are eligible and agree to be in the program are randomly assigned, like a flip of a coin, to work with one of these coaches. And the program is completed by follow-up interviews by phone or video to review your progress, and participants are compensated for this time. So if you would like to participate, or you just want to ask questions, we would love to hear from you. This is let me put myself there. So we would love to hear from you. You can call us on this number, you can email us. And as Gloria had mentioned, we have an info session tomorrow at 3 p.m. Where we would love to, just meet you, get to know you, answer all of your questions.
Yes, we're very excited about the program, and feel free to reach out to us. You can call Carly at this number. I can also be contacted through this number, and I can also receive any Spanish speaking person and address any questions. And we're very excited about our meeting tomorrow. We look forward to having any of you that have any questions just, popping up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll post the Zoom link in the chat, but I'm sure, we could also email it to you if you want to join and, can't find the link. Thank you so much, everyone.
Really quickly, before you stop sharing your screen, we do have a lot of people on the phone. If you wouldn't mind putting the number in the chat so I can read it to everyone. So tomorrow they're gonna be having an info session about the program. So if you're a little hesitant, you have some more questions before you decide if you want to participate or not, there is an info session tomorrow. So you can meet with them and ask more questions. So the meeting, so that meeting is tomorrow at 3 p.m. The meeting ID for that is, I have to find it, sorry. Sorry, I thought I had it up my phone. Do you, Carly, by have any chance have the meeting ID on hand? Or the link?
I can look for it. Sorry, I don't have it on hand.
I have the Zoom link.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just putting that in the chat. Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so the meeting is tomorrow at 3 p.m. if you want to join and ask some questions about the program if you're interested. So to call in, you have to call the same number you called for this meeting, which is 646-876-8255. 9923. One more time, 646-876-9923. And the meeting ID for the meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. for info on this program is 844-9019-1024. And if you're interested in contacting Carly, her number is 844-333-3579, extension 714. And I will also be emailing out this information in the summary of this meeting. So again, this is the information about the Behavioral Activation Program, Do More, Feel Better. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. It's a really great opportunity.
Thank you so much, Jenna. Thank you so much, Gloria, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Carly and Isabel. Thank you, Gemma.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty, I think that's my cue, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You're on.
So I got a lot to cover. So I'll go as slow paced as possible without taking up too much time. So first I would like to discuss a little bit about the Soups Up program, just an update. I also have Alex with us who kind of spearheading the program. So thanks for joining, Alex. So Soups Up was started, I think we're going into our second month already. It was designed to supplement people's food needs, specifically for people who are interested who have been on the Get Food program and are interested in phasing out of it. We know that it hasn't always been the best program to assist with food needs just because of its inconsistency and quality in all areas. But this Soups Up program is amazing in so many ways. Not only does it provide a diverse opportunity to try different foods, but it's also prepared by a culinary team that is put together by Isaac's culinary program alumni. So Alex, if you wanted to expand a little bit about the program, please do.
Yeah, thank you, Gemma. And so excited to speak to 66 people about Soups Up. Really cool. So Soups Up grew out of a lot of reports that we were getting from Get Food meal recipients saying that Get Food delivered meals that did not provide any dietary or ingredient information, and oftentimes provided meals that didn't contain any nutritional value, which for someone that might have an underlying health condition or someone that might be interested in preparing food to meet their own preferences is obviously not an ideal solution to being homebound or not being able to access congregate meals at 415 East 93rd Street. So we launched a program that delivers a box to its meal recipients every Friday. And the box contains soups and summer fruit salads, along with fresh produce, leafy greens, nutritious grains and legumes, along with recipes that somebody can generally in about 15 to 20 minutes prepare on their own to meet their own taste preferences and likings. And the goal of the program is that eventually we're going to be able to provide all of the members, not just the 140 people we're serving right now, with incredible kits of seasonal produce, fresh, nutritious meals, and really being able to make an impact on folks who are displeased with Get Food. Maybe they can no longer shop safely for groceries, or they're just looking to try a different solution to how they consume food at home and how they prepare meals. So at the moment, we've got about 20 slots that are still available on Soups Up for anyone on this call or any friends or neighbors that might be interested in accessing it. Over the summer, we are super excited to announce that we are going to make 120 slots available for people who are living in East Harlem when we move our operations from our current site in Battery Park City to a new commercial kitchen on 119th, 120th, and 3rd Avenue. And all meals are produced using entirely fresh ingredients, and everything is produced same day or the day before. And yeah, ingredient lists, nutritional information are all provided. And through a partnership with New York Presbyterian, we'll soon be adding dietitian and nutritionists who can review and weigh in on the recipes, which we've heard from a lot of folks is something that's of great value. So I'm here all day and by phone and email to answer any questions people may have, and hope this is of interest to some of you.
Thank you, Alex, for sharing some information about the Awesome Soups Up program. Just to remind you, also can reach out to me if you're interested in receiving Soups Up. Just a heads up, just again, as usual with a lot of our programs, we do have pretty tight delivery parameters because we rely on a very small team to get these packages delivered. This may change soon with things opening, but again, currently our delivery parameters are between 86th Street and 102nd Street from Lexington Avenue's eastbound. So if you're interested, please shoot me an email, give me a call, and again, I'll give you my information towards the end of the call. Shoot me an email, give me a call if you're interested with your name, your phone number, your address, and how many packages you need. Each package is designed to serve one person. So if it's more than one person in a household, we can provide for more than just one person in the household. You also are welcome to try it. And if you find that it's not for you, you don't have to stick with it. But it gives the opportunity to, as Alex said, to diversify your options for food. And the nice thing about having as we're slowly rerouting back to Isaac's for food sources, you know where the food is coming from and it's reputable and there's someone that you can contact about, your food needs. So this way there's accountability, and we can keep an eye, if there's any issues, we're the point of reference. So we're familiar and we're reputable and you know us. And if you have any issues, you know who to reach. So that is what Soups Up. The next thing, next I'm going to move on to some programming. Time of delivery. Thanks, Kathleen. So the time of deliveries right now, it's every Friday. You get a delivery between the hours of 12 and 3:30. So again, this may change soon, but right now we're on a schedule of a weekly delivery Fridays between 12 and 3:30. So that is Soups Up. And again, we'll have the opportunity for questions towards the end. So if you have any, just mark them down, put them in the chat, and we'll get to them. So I'm going to move on to, my next announcement. I have been sending a lot of emails about this, but anyone who's on the phone who doesn't get my emails, Our Lady of Good Counsel Church, located on 90th Street between 2nd and 3rd on the south side of the street. They will be having a produce giveaway this Friday between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. So 10 a.m. to noon. People do line up early, so keep that in mind. Bring a cart. If you're able to sign up ahead of time, you're not required. There's no eligibility criteria. They just need to collect some information just to get an idea of who came. If you're able to do it ahead of time, it definitely streamlines the process a little bit for them. But if you can't, that's fine. It's open to anyone in the community. So if you have if you aren't interested, but you have neighbors that are interested, families in the area who might be interested, the produce delivery will be this Friday, June 4th at Our Lady of Good Counsel Church from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So keep note. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my programming updates. We're going to be adding a class, and again, since we just got that announcement, we could be adding a lot more. But next week we'll be starting a fundamentals of bar class taught by a close friend of the Isaac Center. She originally was with Asphalt Green, but now she's going solo, and we're happy to add her to our rosters. So Marcy, if you want to take it away and talk a little bit about the class that you're going to be offering.
So, hi, everybody.
Hi.
Wow, that's a big crowd you've got there, Gemma. Some of you guys may know me through Asphalt Green, and I know that I have worked with some of you who are on this Zoom talk today. And I'm not going to take too much time, but the class that I'm offering is it's a bar class, but it's not a traditional bar class. And I'm wondering if, folks even have heard of bar class or know what it is and think it's just sort of a ballet type workout. And there are elements of ballet in it, but the focus of the class is posture and alignment. Thanks, Denise. And moving with fluidity, grace, and ease. And it's also, I'm kind of a nudge, so I make sure that everybody has proper form. I'm a great coach. I really love to work with people in terms of where they're at. And if there are issues that you have that you're working on, specifically with your posture, specifically with your balance, all of that is incorporated, the work is incorporated into this full fusion of a class. So it has lots of elements in it. I actually have brought some of my regular students with me on this meeting. Actually, there are members of Stanley Isaacs who have been studying with me for a very long time. And I asked them if they would sort of talk to you guys about their experiences with the class. It is something that will help you in all other activities that you do, in any other type of fitness work that you're doing, in your Zumba, in your dance class, in your weight training, or whatever classes you're doing. The bar class will help you to have the best possible form and posture you could possibly have. And I promise you that I will deliver that to you. So Kathleen or Michelle or Yamina or somebody who's here, I know wanted to say a couple of words about their experience. Thanks, Denise. Denise also is a student of mine, Denise Rich. So is that okay, Gemma, if I, have one of my loyal subjects?
Yeah.
Is that okay to unmute one of them? So who's speaking up? Kathleen?
Yes, I'd like to say that I was introduced to Marcy through Stanley Isaacs, who had me go over to Asphalt Green. I had been injured. I slipped a disc on L5 and 2 were ready to go. And I was very afraid. And this happened at New York Sports Club with a less experienced trainer. So all I can say is that she got me into great shape. And then I fell off an escalator sometime down the road. And again, I was able to keep my stamina, keep my legs working and my body working. I can't say enough about her. I think she's terrific. She's amazing. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Kathleen. So as I said, I would like whoever is interested in the class, of course, I know there's probably questions about it. It's not the usual, it's not a typical class. It's really my own format. But what I would like to do with folks who may want to participate is to maybe the first class to really sort of assess how you guys are feeling in your bodies and what you'd like to work on, balance, strength, stretch. I would like to get an idea of, where you're, I'm not 25, so I'm also in a body that's aging, even though I was a dancer. That has some benefits, but I know the places that I need to work on to continue to keep myself fluid and moving well and keep my balance, keep on top of my balance. We work a lot on weight shifting. Unfortunately, with Zoom, the music situation has not always been optimal, but I never shut up. So basically, the music is somewhat, it's a little irrelevant, although I will try to provide you with some decent music to work to. And the class moves. It's not a static class. We all have a lot of fun. The Stanley Isaacs community has been extremely supportive at Asphalt Green. We have a wonderful community that works together, and I'm really proud of the folks that have been working with me for the years that they've been working, and they've made so much enormous progress that as an instructor, you can't ask for anything else. So that's really, that's really my spiel about it. It's kind of less of a talker and more of a doer. So I hope you guys will show up and we can chat further. And for those of you who took ballet as a kid at, your neighborhood ballet tap and jazz studio, you will appreciate this class. It sort of brings you back a little. And that's my spiel.
Great. Thank you, Marcy. You have a fan club in the chat. Are big fans of Marcy's classes. I know that they've been working with her during the pandemic as well in another class that she teaches. So I'm really excited to see how this class goes. Everyone says great things, and she has a lot of other classes that she has developed, keeping in mind seniors. So I'm really excited to see where this class goes, and obviously as things change, who knows, maybe we'll see this class and you guys can be able to have it together, not through Zoom. But this class will be starting on Zoom next Monday. It will be 11 a.m. on Mondays. It'll be a weekly class. So I hope you all can join, and I'm really excited for it. So I'm just gonna go through some more program updates. Tomorrow there will be a yoga class with Lucia. I just want to give some information about that class. It has had pretty low attendance, but Lucia's a great teacher. She also teaches with Taft or Satellite Center. It's a very gentle yoga class, and she, all our instructors that we work with are really fantastic at making sure that they adjust to the class based on people's needs, assessing what people want to work on that day and what kind of ailments they may be dealing with that day, and how to accommodate based on that. So her class is great. Because her class is supposed to take place this past Monday, we're doing a makeup class on tomorrow at 11 a.m. So if you're interested in trying it out, I highly suggest the class. And yeah, so tomorrow, it's just a note, it is a different link. So make sure you use the link in the calendar that I sent out this week. But her class is usually every other Monday. So just a heads up. So some other things to keep note of. Our OATS technology classes are going to be ending soon. It's a really great series. The English classes I know have been working on different types of programs that people may have on their phone or their computer. I think they're going to be going over Canva and how to utilize like Google Suite and stuff like that. So there's a lot of great information. If all those sound like I'm speaking another language to you, the tech class is a great place to ask the questions of what I'm talking about, because they really take the time to walk people through the different tools that you can use online. We are going to be having another fraud prevention workshop the 18th of June at 12 p.m. This is going to be done by a group that does online security. So if you're concerned about your online presence, your computer, your technological safety, this is a really great workshop to attend. We will also be having New York Presbyterian join us July 1st at 3 p.m. We're going to be having a discussion about COVID fatigue and addressing anti-Asian American Pacific Islander hate that has been occurring. So I highly suggest attending it. I think it'll be a really great opportunity to have some conversation, especially as we're kind of seeing things look more positive. So I think it'll be helpful to kind of learn how to transition from that. And then last but not least, we will be having a very exciting Pride celebration this year. I know last year with COVID, we had just started kicking off our online programming right as during the month of Pride, so we weren't able to do anything big, but we're going all out this year. So June 29th at 12 p.m. we will be having our virtual Pride celebration and parade. And I'm gonna let Maren take it away as she has lots more information to share about it.
Thanks, Gemma. Yeah, so our junior board is really excited about Pride this year and is kind of taking the lead on on arranging our celebration in collaboration with the Out at Isaacs group. So thank you to everybody who's contributing in that way. As Gemma said, June 29th is a Tuesday. At noon, we'll just have a very short but sweet and fun Pride celebration at noon to 1. And we have a special guest, Michael Cusimano, who's going to appear as his wonderful alter ego. Speaking of ballet, his alter ego is Madame Olga, who is a renowned Russian ballet instructor and has a lot of humor and also sings. So it'll be really fun. But also, as always, we want to feature, for those of you who have a story to tell, a poem to share, a song to sing, a piece of artwork to show us. We always want to highlight your contributions and your ways to celebrate Pride Month. Any way to honor and celebrate the different expressions of gender and sexuality that all of the diverse members of our community have. So if you do want to share something during that, please, as always, contact Gemma, let her know what you want to share, and we'll make sure that you get some time on the agenda as well for that. In the meantime, I am headed over to the center right after this call to hang a giant Pride Month banner outside of the senior center. And we're encouraging everybody in the community, if you have a little moment during the course of the month, to go over by the center, stand in front of the banner. You can feel free to dress up or not, or take a really serious picture or a fun picture with the banner. You can also make your own sign if you want to say something to the community and in support of the wonderful diversity among us. You're welcome to do that, but basically take a little selfie or a little mini video. And if you post that to our Facebook page, or if you send it to Gemma or to me, we will put all of the pictures together that we get from the community, and we will have a virtual Pride parade at the celebration on the 29th. So you'll get to see your picture going along with all the other pictures, and we'll set it to music, and it'll just be really fun. Since we can't do a parade in person quite yet, next year we'll do it. This will be a fun way to see ourselves reflected in the parade virtually. So I think that's it. I'll make sure that Gemma has our flyer, which should be done by the end of the day, that has all the information about the banner and the selfies and how to tag and what Zoom link to show up at on Tuesday, the 29th.
Okay,
Thank you.
sounds good to me.
Gloria?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think Pocky's up next.
I think Crystal's next.
Oh, Crystal's here.
Okay.
I think she's here. Crystal? She may be. Oh.
I'm here.
There she is.
Can everyone hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Crystal Simmons. I'm the Director of Food and Nutrition Services. I oversee the Food and Nutrition Department, our Meals on Wheels and Community Kitchen. It's a pleasure to be here. I know I haven't seen people in some time. I'm so sorry about that, but I am here today. And I'm sure a lot of you already know about our Meals on Wheels program. We have since revamped our program, so we're offering a lot of other meal types. We still have our regular hot meals. We still have our frozen meals. Now we have vegetarian frozen meals. And soon we will have Latin American frozen meals and halal meals. Now for Meals on Wheels, you do not have to have Meals on Wheels for years. If you are, let's say you're going to have surgery and you just need meals temporarily, we can do that for you. We can send you meals for a week. We can send you meals for a month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever is going to be the best for you. And as Aaron stated earlier, we will be cooking the grab and go meals. So you'll be able to have meals from Jeffrey again. I'm sure you've all missed Jeffrey's cooking. So that's coming back live. And yes, I'm happy to see you too. I'm looking in the chat. So if anyone has any questions, my number is still the same. My email address is still the same. I'm still at the center as I normally am. So I'm sure I'll see some of you maybe at Grab and Go. So hopefully I will come outside between 11:30 and 12:30. So it's around the same time that we had our lunch, right? So I know Aaron went through it in regards to the Grab and Go. So please make sure you wear your mask when you come outside, because it's held outdoors, not indoors. Make sure you wear your mask. And if you need anything, you can always stop by and let me know, and I'll come outside and I'll chat with you, okay? I miss you all dearly.
And we miss you too.
So I'll still be here. So if anyone has questions, keep the chat going. You can send it to me privately, or, I can answer it in the chat, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal. Good to see you, girl.
Good to see you too.
So now are we ready for Patki? Is it Patki or Damien, or who's up?
It's Pocky. I don't think Damien or Frank are available today.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see everyone.
Hi.
I wanted to send regrets from Greg, who really wanted to be a part of the meeting today, but unfortunately had a last-minute conflict. So he apologizes, but he sends his love and misses all of you. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to say, along with Greg and the rest of the team here, we are so excited to start conversations about coming back and being together and enjoying activities as we once did. What I did want to say is we want to do it obviously in a way that is safe and respectful and collaborative. And so a lot of what we're going to need to do over the next few weeks and months is communicate. And so, and this is new for all of us, right? And so it's going to take a little bit of trial and error to get this to a place where we're doing exactly what we need to do. So a lot of this is going to require your input, your feedback, your questions, your concerns, as we move forward. And I think, the staff, as they always do, are going to work very, very hard to make sure that we're meeting the needs of everyone. And I want to, take this time also to say thank you to Aaron, to Crystal, to Frank, and the entire team, Gloria, everyone, for all the work that they've put in over the last year. This year has been unprecedented, and we've, I think, done a great job of trying to stay together and maintain connections. And we're grateful. We're grateful to all of you for having remained connected to all of us. And we're looking to the next steps. We are obviously going to get some directives from the city, but we are going to do our best to do what is safest and best for this community, because every community is different. And so I encourage all of you to keep talking to all of us and letting us know what's working, what you need, where you need support, where you need additional help. And let us know how it's going, because that's really what it's going to take to bring us all back. So I wanted to say thank you. I'm happy to open the floor up to specific questions if needed. Aaron, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Paki. And thanks to you for all of your support this year. Okay, so I'm going to go into the chat and then we'll open up for questions here. See if there's anything that came up as a specific question. Lots of shout outs to some of the program coming up. Gemma, we got a request for some dance class outside. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
So maybe we can see what kind of dancing we can do out there.
Can I add one thing, Aaron?
Please.
I'm gonna steal something from one Ms. Gloria King and say the way that we come back together and keep our programming going is to hear from all of you and to see all of you participate in our offerings. And so if we're offering things that are great and you love it, please come. If there are other things that we can do that are of more interest to you or different interest to you, please talk to us, let us know, because we want to tailor programs that are that look like what you want and what you need.
Yeah, thank you. And I just to add to that is that it doesn't have to be the same as it was before, and it won't be, right? We're in a different place and people have different ideas and different needs and we've met a lot of new people over the last year. So it's gotta be driven by you. So with that said and that in mind, does anybody have any specific questions for us?
If you're on the phone, you can click *6 to unmute yourselves. Really quickly, I just want to say thank you again to everyone who's participated in our programming, these membership meetings throughout the years. I know it's been difficult during the pandemic, but we all kind of stuck together as best as we could safely, and slowly we'll return to some sort of normalcy. Everything, of course, will look different, but it will be as safe as possible. And I just want to remind everyone to reach out if they have any questions, if they need anything from the Isaac Center. I am also a point of contact. I highly suggest, if you're not a regular email checker, but you want to know about our programs and what kind of updates we have about programming and being together in person, definitely keep an eye out for your emails. A lot of my updates are going to be best given via email. Sometimes I get tripped up on the phone. So the clearest way to check is through email. But again, I will be doing robocalls and everything to make sure everyone gets the information that they need as soon as possible. I do see a hand raised. Audia, you have to unmute yourself.
Regarding the Soups Up, I don't get a recipe, so I'm lost. And I've reached out by phone, but no response.
Okay, I'll make note of it. I know the last delivery, there was we were a little shorthanded, and I think this week may be a little short, but we'll make sure, I'll make sure they get the delivery sheets to you guys.
Please, because I'm not the greatest cook, so I need instructions. So far, it's been excellent.
Good.
Thank you.
I know that's like it's like a challenge on that show Top Chef. If you don't have recipes.
Yes, I stand there and say, okay, where did the potatoes go? The carrots, but right. I get it eventually.
Well, we'll make sure that we get that feedback, and apologies that you missed that.
Thank you.
Vera?
Yeah, two things. When the center opens for us to go indoors, are we going to have lunch inside, or are we going to be eating outside?
So that's a really good question. So for the kickoff, the grab and go, that is what it sounds like. You come and pick it up and take it with you. So we won't have an opportunity to sort of sit right away. What we envision, for when we first start doing things indoors, is having a limited capacity available to come in and sit down in dining room B. That, again, we don't know when that could start. The city, I think the announcement said as early as the 14th. We don't know if we'll be ready with our, the preparations, the cleanings, and all the stuff that need to happen to set that up safely. But I think that's what you could probably imagine happening. So right at first, come and take it with you, and then we'll figure out as we go and do daily announcements about where you might be able to sit down and eat, and if you can enjoy the dining room again. But it's coming. It's coming.
And as far as outside activities, could we have a barbecue?
Probably not quite yet, because we got to be grab and go. But a barbecue is definitely something we could consider for the summer, and it just sounds like so much fun. So
Yeah, it used to be.
Yes, it's a great idea. We'll see if we can make it work. Thanks, Vera.
Claudia, did you have another question?
Yes, I do. Considering activities outdoors, I'm not too concerned about moving programs inside or activities. People that have not gotten vaccinated, it is their right and their choice, but is the center addressing that issue? Some people are vaccinated, some are not.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, and it's at the very top of our minds when we try to do that. And that's why we're not rushing to just open the doors just because we can. We have to make sure that it's done in a way that protects people. So
Okay.
there's some guidance that we've gotten from the city, and then there's, frankly, as I said, every center is different, set up different. There are some rooms here that would be very difficult to socially distance in. We offered the vaccine clinic. Our social work team has worked incredibly hard to get everybody appointments that wants them. If you're on this call right now and you're looking for a vaccine and don't have an appointment, please let us know. We will get you one. But as you said, there are people that have decided not to do it or aren't ready to do it. And that we know that that's a portion of our community and our group here. So we have to make sure that people are safe. We will definitely, even if we do it, you can anticipate wearing masks for the foreseeable future, doing socially distanced groups, that stuff, even out activities, masks. And then, there'll be certain, contact tracing where we'll take names and everything. But Aria, you're definitely hitting on the main concern.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
It's me again.
Yes, Vera.
Not to get off subject, but to get off subject. I do the wellness check calls, and I have some people asking me about air conditioners and tablets. I don't know what to tell them.
Okay, so over the course of the year, Isaac Center has been able to distribute many tablets and number of air conditioners. Last season, it was like 150. Actually, I think it was close to 200 that we got out. And we have raised some money this year to try to get air conditioners to folks that need it. We have a list of people that we've asked that are asking for air conditioners, and we're doing everything we can to try to connect those. We've tried to get city funding. That did not work this year. I think that the city is foreseeing cooling centers opening. So the Get Cool program that happened last year is no longer available. So we're doing fundraising and trying to raise money. So I guess the message is we want to know what the needs are. If you don't have a working air conditioner, we want to try to address that with you. And we're committed to trying to do that. And I know that it's June and the clock is ticking and some people still haven't gotten one. So
should the ones that are asking me about it, should I tell them to call the center, speak to Gemma, or speak to you?
Or you can just send an email to Gemma and I. We have an active list that we're working with.
Okay.
We were able to get a handful of them. I think we purchased 30 with money we raised already this year. And that's just going from the top of the list, some folks that we identified late in the season last year, and then adding to it. So we want to know, and we'll do what we can to meet that need. Tablets are kind of the same thing, though I'm sort of focused on air conditioners because that could be a health hazard. But I know that the socialization. So right now, we want to know what the need is. We're keeping track. We're trying to keep an order of when people ask. Send those names to Gemma and I and Gloria.
Okay.
We'll do what we can. Okay, I hope that.
We'll do. Thank you.
Can I say something about the bar class?
Please.
Okay. Yeah, this is Yamina. So just going back to the bar class, I really urge everyone to really try it at least once. My experience, and I have so many things going wrong with my body, and I'm not young anymore, but just to say that it is foundational. You will really learn things that will help you in your other classes, because really Marcy teaches you how to do things without hurting yourself. And, you know, it's empowering, it's age appropriate. You really, really will benefit from it. So really, I strongly urge you to at least attend once. Thanks.
Thank you. Just a reminder, if you're on the phone and you want to ask a question, you can click *6.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so one question that I have is Grab and Go. Is that just for Stanley Isaac members?
It will be, the community will be, they'll be available to the community. They'll be outside. We don't look to turn anyone away for that. But the messaging will go out to Stanley Isaacs members for seniors.
Oh, okay.
We have factored in a certain number for folks that wouldn't be eligible, not over 60, and that stuff. So it can be a community activity.
Okay. All right. Number 2, moving forward with the new news that we have about the center possibly being reopened. Is that to prioritize completion of the ladies' room that's still in limbo?
Very, very good question, and I appreciate you bringing it up. So in classic city mode, we have done everything in our power on our side to try to move this project forward. It is still scheduled to break ground as of now for the summer. I don't see anything that's going to speed it up quicker than that, especially since we're already in June. So again, this is not ideal, obviously, but you know, we're going to keep pushing forward. And you know, I know Aaron and I are obviously going to work very closely together, and Frank and Crystal, to make sure that when there is construction happening, that we don't, you know, we're maintaining distancing, we're maintaining safety and space, etc. To make sure that there isn't any situation that is unsafe for anyone. So I wish I had a better answer than that. The unfortunate thing with the city is that they have essentially put a hold on all capital projects, and that our capital project was even put through to progress at all is different and fortunate, but it's still not moving as quickly as we would like it to. So I will continue to keep folks updated. There are just so many levels of approvals that these projects have to go through in different parts of the city before you actually put a shovel in the ground. So I'll continue to keep folks updated. I wish I had a better answer.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was something that we would need to know also in reopening. Okay. My next question. June is usually our last membership meeting until September. So moving forward, how are we going to address that?
So I will be emailing everyone. I'll probably have updates throughout the summer meetings put together. I know, you know, you're going to want to spend some time with family and stuff, Gloria. So you're off the hook for these if you're not available. But we will still be providing updates, obviously, as there are different mandates put out, and as we're slowly transitioning into having activities, we want to keep you as updated as possible. So we will probably still have periodic updating meetings. So again, I highly suggest that checking, if you're on my email list, to check their emails. If you're not on my email list, please let me know.
Okay.
I'm going to repeat my phone number and my email really quickly. If you have any questions, for me specifically, you have questions, you don't know who to direct it to, just send them to me and I'll figure out, if they're not for me, where to send them to. So my phone number is, if you have an old 505 number for me, get rid of that number. So my number is 347-475-5321. Again, 347-475-5321. It's a cell number, so you can also text me if that's easier for you or more comfortable for you. And my email is jmarins@isacscentr.org. So jmarins@isacscentr.org. So again, if you have any questions, any concerns, you listened in on the meeting, you change your mind, you want to get added to Suits Up, you want to get removed, any questions, definitely
Address you.
yes.
Okay.
Reach out to me. Again, we're kind of short on time. I'm gonna give about 5 more minutes. We're already over time, but I do want to give the opportunity to ask questions because we have a lot, we went over a lot. Again, if you're on the phone, *6 to unmute yourselves if you have any questions.
And Gemma, there was something in the chat. Blanca had suggested a Domino's group
Yeah, I
outside.
made note of it. I made
So
note of
if
that.
anybody is good at teaching dominoes or interested in dominoes, that might be good information to know.
Just as a heads up, again, as we transition, and of course, we're going to be providing updates as they come. We probably will be having signups ahead of time for programs. We're probably going to have to cap programs just so we're respectful of the space, the Isaacs Homes space, and just for safety reasons. So just be aware that, information will come out soon. We'll keep you as updated as possible, keep you in the loop about how reopening is going to look like. So again, a lot of the information we gave you is general and not really concrete, but you'll get more specific information as it comes. Any other questions?
I have a question for Marcy. Hello?
Go on.
Yeah, I have a question for Marcy Simon.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, I was wondering if you continue offering scholarships for the Asphalt Green.
At this point, I'm not working with them any longer. So you would have to contact them directly to see if they're still offering those. I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure who's handling them right now because I was the one who handled all of the scholarship applications. So I wish I had better information for you. I'm not quite sure where they're at with them right now. I know that a lot of the community programming was sort of paused during the pandemic. I do hope that they bring it back, and I do hope that through the Isaacs Center you may be able to get some information regarding that. I know that Crystal and I usually partnered on that, but I know Crystal is in a different role at this point. It could be Gemma that might get that information now.
So kind of reiterating what Marcy said, they at the moment they're on a pause of accepting new people. They dealt with COVID. Everyone dealt with COVID differently, and decisions had to be made. If you were a part of the Asphalt Green program before the pandemic, you are able to utilize your membership now again. They just reinstated that recently. You have to reserve time before, but again, these are more questions for Asphalt Green. I'm just passing along the information. If you want to verify if you're still a member, I do have the names, but if you want to utilize the space, you're already enrolled with them, you have to reserve ahead of time for that.
Okay.
Yep. But unfortunately, they're not taking new names. As soon as we're able to provide that opportunity to people, we definitely will, because I know it's a great program, but COVID.
Oh, I just want to
Hello, I have a question for Marcy.
I just want to say to Aaron and Gemma, I mean, if we're not going to be having our regular membership meeting, if at any time, that as the executive committee, you want to reach out and share anything with me, because like I said, I get a lot of telephone calls. I'm always here, because I probably get out maybe twice a week. So I'm always here except on the weekend if I go to my daughter. So it's anything that you want to run past, or, we want to discuss together, we can certainly share that information. So, that I'm abreast of what's going on, that I can share with the members. Okay.
Will do.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Gloria. We will do that. We'll do what we've done in the past. And if we have something we think we need to report, we'll call you first and see how. do it. Okay.
Hello, Aaron?
We have time for one more very short
That
question. I
sounds
know
Maria.
Ana Gloria was trying to ask one.
Hello?
Questions you can
Hello?
direct to us after.
So I think Maria was first, then Anna. If that's okay.
Yes, Aaron, I'd like to know will Albert be in this next week?
Yes, there will be 2 social workers here on site who will be helping with grab and go. So if you have questions, they should be available to check in while they're doing that. But at this point, the social work services will still be remote. They won't be able to bring people inside to sit down just yet. Again, that's something that hopefully we transition to soon. But you'll be able to see them outside. So.
Oh, okay. I just want to know because I have a form from the tax people,
Yeah.
I want him to check it out for me.
Right. So you could bring that stuff and they could scan it. That's fine. But can't sit down, in person, outside potentially, but not in a sort of a traditional way in the office just yet.
No.
Just
Okay, thank you.
I couldn't text it, but there are members who aren't members yet who'd like to become members. Is there a way for them to register?
Sure. Reach out to any of us and we'll Gloria Gong is the clinical manager. She would assign somebody to call and do a registration. So you could give them our contact information, or you could send their name and number to us and let them know we'll call. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay,
To
thank
ask
you.
them to call the front desk, and Helen gonna share the message with our social worker.
Yep.
Can I?
Go ahead, Anna.
Aaron, can I
Yep.
still ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? Okay. This is Ana Gloria. It's a question for Marcy. Marcy, I've met you at Field Day at Stanley Isaacs and also at Liz Kruger's roundtables. I'm legally blind, but my background is I've worked professionally as a dancer and taught yoga and other modalities. And I'm currently taking at Stanley Isaacs via Zoom Gail Bookwall's wonderful Friday class, Move and Make Merry. And I do Zoom also Tai Chi and Qigong with Lennox Hill. I'm wondering, in your class, I would do it by phone. Would I be able to do it? And is your bar thing, you mentioned alignment and posture, does it include aspects of like Alexander technique, which is another class that I take with
Yes.
It's
Yes, you can ask any of my students that I'm very much about spinal alignment and keeping.
Yeah, because Alexander's wonderful. It's done wonders for me, even with my background. So, so would I be able to participate? Because I still get a lot out of it, even on the phone. You can ask Gail and other teachers. Because of my background, I'm still able to take advantage.
So you would be,
and especially if the teacher uses some sensory specific language.
I absolutely do that. And I just want to clarify, so you wouldn't be able to see a screen, but you'd be listening to me. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's how I do it. And that's how I do, Move and Make Merry at Stanley Isaacs and the Lennox Hill classes and the Alexander classes. I do them all.
Certainly give it a try. I mean, if you speak to any of my students, they will tell you that I never shut up. So it is somebody.
Neither do I. Aaron can tell you that.
Okay, I would love to have you. You can always, we do sometimes talk during class. I don't have any hard and fast rules with that. If you're struggling or can't really, follow what I'm doing, you can always send me a message in the chat or just unmute yourself and yell at me. That's good too.
Okay, that's what I call Gail, after the class, and I let her know if something wasn't, or this other woman who's 88 years old, and she does Tai Chi and Qigong, and sometimes, doesn't use sensory specific information in her language. So I call her and let her know, to clarify.
Yes. Well, I will.
Anyway, so is your class every week? I got a little confused because then came in this yoga class Gemma mentioned on Mondays.
I don't want to, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'll give you a call and I'll give you all the information for the class. We're
Okay,
about at
sure.
3:25,
Thank you.
so,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hate to end abruptly. I know we had a lot of information in this meeting. Again, I recorded it, so if you have access to the email, you can review it if you wanted to. And I gave you my phone number, my email, so please reach out if you have any other questions. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us and stayed on this long. And we can't wait to start seeing you in person, simply. Don't forget to wear a mask. I know the CDC says otherwise, but even if you're vaccinated, please wear your mask to grab and goes and everything, just for everyone's safety.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
you.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Have a good afternoon. We have happy hour in 5 minutes. So
Goodbye.
I haven't had breakfast, Gemma. How about you?
I actually did.
You did?
Gloria, we gotta eat.
I didn't mean for you to hear that, Sylvia.
If you wanna come by, have some chocolate, maybe some flowers. Stay tuned for Isaac's happy hour.
All right, everyone. See you at happy hour.
See you happy hour.
Bye.
Ciao. Gracias.